Hello everyone, this is the Final Bosman, and on today's episode, we're making fun of IGN. Whoopee! Welcome to the show, I am Kyle Bosman, and we got another pretty hot off the presses episode this week. This is a hot piece of paper, straight out the printer. What happened this week? Whole series of events. Let's start on Monday. Monday morning, Konami announces that it is making an announcement on Wednesday at IGN.com regarding Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. What is it? We don't know. Just hang out and see. Everyone assumes release date. Probably going to be release date. Tuesday comes around. NeoGAF member Nibble finds that announcement. Accidentally posted by IGN Italy. Here it is. It's a 7-minute interview with Hideo Kojima, ending with the worldwide release date for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, on September 1st. I think that this chain of events is hilarious. And because this is the Final Bosman, I think it is hilarious for a number of reasons. Today's episode, the 4 reasons why I think this is hilarious. Number 1, oh boy, we've all been there. We've all leaked things. This is like a stupid human thing. Humans leak things by accident. I've been there. What I think is pretty funny about this is that it leaked from IGN Italy. IGN is so big, it's got an IGN Italy. Like, of course, how are you supposed to communicate if you have an IGN Italy? This IGN Italy, don't leak it, okay? No, we will not. Are you sure? No, we leaked it. You can't. That's too huge to communicate with. Eventually, things like this are going to break down. Before E3 last year, IGN reported that The Last Guardian had finally been canceled. Report. It's gone. Sony says, what are you talking about? No, it's not. Shut up. And so IGN kind of fixes it and says, that was IGN Russia. Okay, wait, hold on. That was IGN Russia who reported that. Not us. That was IGN Russia. Hey, come on. What do you do to me? Hey, you, IGN Russia. That was all your fault. There's an IGN Russia? That's hilarious. You're too big, IGN. Do you know what IGN stands for? Nothing. That's an acronym that means nothing, like KFC and MTV. It's just 3 letters now. Officially, that's just IGN. I should, in the spirit of full disclosure, explain that GameTrailers.com, yes, does have a German correspondent, I guess we could call him. He's very expensive. He is wildly inaccurate, but really popular for some reason. I don't get it. He'll stare at the camera and say, "Es tut mir leid," like it's his catchphrase. I've been doing the show for almost 2 years and I still don't have a catchphrase. Number 2, everyone else gets the attention IGN worked to secure. This is hilarious. Why is this hilarious? Is because IGN has to work to get these deals. You don't just say, hey, IGN, you want to do an announcement? Yeah, okay. See you on Tuesday. This takes work. This takes a lot of effort. IGN's been doing a lot of cool exclusive announcements. IGN Firsts is their branding for this. I think they had Forza Horizon was an IGN First. Last month, lots of Bloodborne. I think they have the first 17 minutes of Firewatch as an IGN First this week. It's kind of like Game Informer. When Game Informer has a game announcement as its cover, I love that. It makes an event of your game announcement, and I'm sure marketers love that too because all the eyes are pointed in one spot and we control the message. You have to hear it from us directly, no tweets. For this to leak, for your exclusive announcement to leak, means that IGN can't report on it. Means that IGN signed paperwork that said we won't talk about that release date before that date. And so, in a cruel twist, after securing this deal of having the juicy scoop, once that leaked, everyone else gets the juicy scoop and you can't talk about it. Here's how Kotaku reported on this even. Metal Gear Solid publisher Konami has partnered up with IGN to hype up the game and promise a big announcement for tomorrow 9 a.m., but it looks like someone pulled the trigger on IGN's video too early, as discovered by NeoGAF poster Nibble. Whoops. You can watch the video here until they take it down. Update, video's down, whoops! Konami and IGN marketing plans derailed. That is snark. I approve. That is Jason Schreier, by the way. He's a rabble-rouser. He's got fire in his belly. I think he's, at this point, we can consider him a force for good. You want a journalist like that, I think, who's a little, yeah, I gotcha. By the way, all this stuff is coming from NeoGAF. News comes from NeoGAF. Last week it was the Legacy of Kain, 27 minutes of leaked footage of that game that was canceled by Square Enix. When the Last Guardian trademark expired, it was NeoGAF that found that. NeoGAF, great little magical world of video game news. Number 3, wait, September 1st? Yeah, so everybody, the release date for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, is September 1st. Now that's a long time from now. I think that's a longer time than most of us expected. I think we've known about The Phantom Pain for such a long time that it feels like a delay, even though there's been no release date announcement. It hasn't been delayed. It's just always been coming 1984 or something obscure like that. But it's not just Metal Gear Solid's fault. Lots of games have been delayed, and I think we've had basically a pretty weak generation so far. This first year and a half, at first when the launch games were okay, and then that first year was okay, we used to be able to say, it's a launch year, they're always like this. No way. If you look at the first year and a half of other consoles, if you look at the first year and a half of the Super Nintendo, unreal. I mean, look at the first year and a half of the PlayStation. I mean, look at the first year and a half of the Nintendo 64. I mean, look at the first year and a half of the GameCube. I mean, look at the first year and a half of the PlayStation 2. I mean, look at the first year and a half of the original Xbox. I mean, look at the first year and a half of the original Xbox 360. I mean, look at the first year and a half of the PlayStation 3. First year and a half of Generation 8, I don't know. Everybody, I don't know what we got, really. We don't have that greatness yet, and I feel like picking Game of the Year last year for many outlets was kind of just... Mordor? You know, it wasn't just, the Game of the Year is Mordor, look at this game, oh, look at Dragon Age, this is it. It's just kind of, Dragon Age? I don't know. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was the right answer, but overlooked. And maybe in 6 months, when Metal Gear Solid 5 does come out, we'll look back on these crybabies today who say, no, you have good games, and we'll say, hey, we've played Batman by now. We've played The Witcher 3 by now. We've played Bloodborne by now. You have nothing to worry about, dudes. Everything's gonna be good. And so, maybe in 6 months, there will be nothing to cry about. Until then, I'm gonna cry. Number 4, this was going to be the announcement. If everything went according to plan, on Monday, we all would have heard about this announcement that's coming on Wednesday. Wednesday morning comes around, we all go to IGN.com, we all watch it. It's a 7-minute interview with Hideo Kojima. No new news, no new gameplay footage until the release date, September 1st at the end. That would have been it. Hey everybody, big announcement coming on Wednesday, and it's bad news. Exclusively on IGN.com. Hey, if you are a video game publisher and your release date is very far away, it's not worth being a good news announcement. Like maybe a trailer. If you got a trailer, yeah, hype that up. If you got just like a new mode, I don't know if you want to hype that up. But like a release date in September, no, don't hype that up. In fact, I think this leaking this chain of events is probably a best case scenario for Konami. We're talking about it. It's part of the conversation. Everybody knows September 1st now. That worked. IGN really got shafted, but the rest of everyone knows, hey, it's September 1st. Good job. Basically, what I want to say about Metal Gear Solid 5 today is I'm worried. I'm worried about the game that it's becoming. The more and more we see of this game, and yeah, we're gonna have another trailer at E3, more media blowout and stuff like that. The more I see of this game, the less and less it seems like that game with the explosion whale that I fell in love with 2 years ago. It seems less and less like that. And so I just, in the interview, Kojima says, one of the things that's really been taking a long time is my team, we're trying to figure out how to make this multiplayer experience of sharing mother bases work. It's like, stop it, wait, no! I got this, don't do it. Don't have that, and then we'll be good. But of course he wants that. We want a multiplayer experience. I'm gonna unplug my Ethernet. Everyone, I like you. I appreciate every single one of you. I don't want you in my mother base. And so yeah, there's snarky Kyle, but then there's also the Kyle who says, hey, hold on a second, Kyle. This is Hideo Kojima. This is one person. This is one person who is spearheading a franchise of this size. This is unreal. In video games, you barely have this. In media, you barely have this. Just one mind leading so many games that stay relevant for 20 years. That's insane. And so when September 1st comes around, months from now, it is going to be the game that Hideo Kojima wants it to be. And that is something worth being excited about. And that is the episode for this week. We've tallied up the votes from last week's episode. Brandon Jones, you are now the official voice of Stan Lee at GameTrailers.com. Congratulations for now. If you're on Twitter, you can find me at Kyle Bosman. I'll be back here next Wednesday, and I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.
Hallo, willkommen zu GameTrailers auf Deutschland. Ich heiße Schlofer. Today we have the international news. First up, The Last Guardian is obviously cancelled. Es tut mir leid. Next up, Mass Effect is coming to next-gen consoles. Never. So do not look forward to that. Es tut mir leid. Next up, the company known as Nintendo is no more. Es tut mir leid. Next up, via Videospielen. This is where I review a game. Today I'm reviewing Pokemon Shuffle for the Nintendo 3DS. 9.9. Es tut mir leid. Auf Wiedersehen.